Hey guys, it's Carol here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go ahead and share with you my favorite eye brushes that I pretty much try to maintain clean so that I always have them available. And these are like holy grail status for the majority of them, are holy grail status, meaning if something were to happen to them, either I own more than one of them, or if something were to happen, I'd go buy another one, you know? So Keera's gonna do her favorite face brushes, and Keera's one of my best friends on YouTube. She's really sweet. She does freelance makeup artist work in the Philly area, and so I was really curious. I haven't seen her like brush collection in a long time, or like any new brushes she's picked up in a while. And I know she's been to the New York Eye Mats a couple of years already, so I'm just really curious what she's got to show us today. And I'm just a makeup brush junkie, like especially with blending brushes, those are my favorite. Any crease or blending brushes are my absolute favorite. I feel like those are the most important when doing eye looks, are those brushes right there. I'll have Keera's links down below, so make sure to go check out her favorite eye brushes. And then in a few weeks, we're gonna go ahead and switch, and I'll show you my favorite face brushes and she'll show you her eye brushes. So let's get started. Okay, for the eyeliner category, like gel eyeliner type of category, I only have one brush that is my absolute favorite. It's my go-to brush. It was a game changer for me with gel eyeliner, and it is the MAC 209 brush. So this is the MAC 209 brush. It's a very kind of skinny tip right there. This has gotten a lot of love for about a year now. I always wash it after I use it for liner, and I always recommend it to people because it is such a game changer. I have used both MAC's like eyebrow type pencil or the one meant for like liquid gel liner brushes, but I still prefer this one. This is my favorite. I would probably get a backup of this eventually. And I always have to have this on hand. It is my favorite. So if you are struggling with gel liner, or you're just a gel liner brush junkie, check out the MAC 209 brush. I love it. It just changed my life when I used it for gel liner. Okay, we'll go to the next category, which I have the most brushes for, or just my favorite blending brushes. I'm gonna start with my most holy grail blending brush that was a huge game changer for me. And the great thing about it is it's $3.99 and easily available at Target. It comes from Sonia Kashuk. I actually own 4 of these, so you can understand how much I love this brush. So this is what the Sonia Kashuk number 109 brush looks like. This is like, I have 2 here to show you today. This is the one that I probably have had the longest for a little over a year now, right here, because it's a lot more loved and fluffy and all that kind of thing. When you first get them, they're not as fluffy. Initially, they kind of look like from Makeup Geeks. They're C4, oh my god, this is like the weirdest name. It's a pointed crease brush, basically. They look similar, except the Makeup Geek one has more of a point at the top. So this is another affordable option if you order from Makeup Geek ever. And I'll put all these brushes down below. But the more you love on the Sonia Kashuk brush, the more it's going to become fluffy. It's just so great for that crease area, for blending in the transition area, like on the lower brow bone, you know what I mean? I recommend it to everybody with a passion, like a humongous passion. I washed them. I don't have any shedding problems or anything like that. I think they are fantastic quality. They're soft, and I think they're fantastic. They've gotten a lot of love from me. Another brush here worth mentioning comes from MAC. A lot of you are familiar and probably own it. It's the MAC 217 brush. So the MAC 217, if you look at it, it's kind of thinner right here, but it still kind of goes to a point. And this one's kind of like all the way around, kind of fluffy. And then it kind of looks like a flat paddle brush right there, but it's fluffy. So I really like this brush. This is another one that you could probably do an entire look with. Except this one would probably, the Sonia Kashuk would be a lot more better for blending. Like you could do a lot more with the blending part, but this is really great because you can get it into your crease nicely. And I like that it's flat paddle. You can also take it kind of like vertically, basically, and kind of push it in if you need to, and then turn it to where it's kind of like perfectly in your socket right there in the crease, and that's really fun. So like on an everyday basis for blending, I can totally just use these 2 right here, the MAC 217 and the Sonia Kashuk 109 brush. Or I also own a few Sigma E25 brushes, which to me are pretty much the same as the MAC 217. If you own the MAC 217, or the Sigma E25, they are pretty much the same. I use them for the exact same purpose, and I'm very happy with them as well. The last blending brush I have here to show you that is super important for me is the Makeup Geek. Geez, I don't even know the name of this brush, but let me bring you in. I own a lot of Makeup Geek brushes, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a video for you guys, like showing you like an overview, but this is one of my favorite Makeup Geek brushes. It's really soft, it feels really nice, it doesn't shed on me, and this one is really great for the crease work or the like outer part right here to do anything there, but this is really nice for the crease work. All right, another brush I have to have on hand is the Real Techniques shading brush. This brush is also just so good. It's like a really tiny, looks like a tiny paddle brush, but it's super dense. So it's really great for, this one's really great for, I like to kind of pack right here on this outer part here, and sometimes I'll kind of use it to kind of get into that crease area a little bit, but this is, I always have to have this brush if I go do a job or if I'm just doing something a little bit more detailed in my eye look. But yeah, I'm not going to go to a job without this brush either. All right, I have 4 smudging brushes to show you, like for the bottom lash line. So I'll show you my first 2 favorites first. One is from Ecotools, really affordable, looks like that, super precise. It's kind of, you know, has a little flexibility to it, but it's really great. I use it all the time, and I've used it, I mean, I've had this for a couple of years now. Don't shed on me, super great quality. Absolutely love this. I'd go repurchase it in a hot minute if anything ever happened to this brush. I love it. Another brush I really love is this is an old numbering, Sigma SS219, but anyways, it's a smudging brush. So if you see a smudging brush similar to this, I really like this one. It's soft, it's white haired. It's really good to do a little bit more, like if I want to do more blending down here, this is going to fluff it out a little bit more. This is going to be a little bit more precise, but this is going to fluff it out a little bit more. So this is really nice to have on hand too. A couple others worth mentioning is the MAC 228 brush, which looks like that. It's like super flat and like super like precise. So this is also good if you want something like super, super precise right there, almost to look like an eyeliner pretty much, and just kind of smudge that in there. This is also good to help with a cut crease type of look, if you want to get that in the cut crease. So yeah, I like this brush a lot for that. All right, I'm down to just a few brushes left. This brush is my favorite flat paddle brush for the eyelid. It's the e.l.f. $1 professional eyeshadow brush. It's from the white $1 line. This brush I've had forever. It's soft. It's like, it looks like that. You see how flat it is? This I can also use for this bottom lash line if I want to kind of get a little bit more precise and kind of smudge a little bit, some eyeliner, but it's amazing. It's so nice for any type of shadow for the lid right there. So do you see how the hairs, like they gradually, like they're all over the place? So that makes it easier, like I'm talking about length, to pick up product. So this brush picks up pressed pigment and kind of like the L'Oreal Infallibles or just pressed pigments from MAC, let's just say. Anything that's gonna really give you that pop of color on the lid, this brush is really nice for. I definitely need to go pick up some more of this one because it's my favorite flat shader brush. And the quality, I have no complaints with the quality. It's never shed on me. I have washed it a billion of times and absolutely no complaints. This is, everybody should own this little brush right here. All right, my last 2 brushes to show you could easily fit in the face category as well, but you can use them for a lot of things. So one of my favorites is the setting brush from Real Techniques. You can do so much with this brush. You can contour with it, it's awesome. But we ain't gonna talk about the face today, but seriously, you can contour with it, you can do some highlighting with it. It's really nice to blend out concealer right here. It's really nice to set your concealer down here all over. I even set my my eyeshadow primer with it. It's fluffy, good quality. It's never shed on me. Look at the shape of it. You see the shape, how it's like domed like that? It's kind of like, it kind of looks like a gigantic flat paddle brush with the tip over there. And then another one comes from e.l.f. It's their blush brush. And I know it's, you know, meant to be your blush brush, but I really like it for, again, you can contour this with your face, but I know we ain't talking about face today. But in terms of I use it a lot for highlighting. And then this is also nice to either set your under eye concealer with this brush, because look at that. It's like one gigantic flat shader brush. It's like huge. I just love it. And then, or you could even, if you want to kind of blend out your concealer with this as well, this would be really great. Like if you kind of have a thicker concealer and you want it to pick up a little product, you know what I mean? So it's not so thick. It's awesome. You can also set your eyeshadow base with this as well on your eyelid. This is a great brush. I think everybody needs this in their life. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. Thanks so much for hanging out today. Let us know what your absolute holy grail, like you've got to have to go repurchase in a hot minute if you ever lost it or something, down below so everybody can see. We want to hear what your favorites are. And stay tuned for the next ones that we upload. Subscribe if you're new, if you came from Keera's channel. Thanks so much for visiting and for hanging out with us today. Hope you all have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you all in the next video. I upload Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Adios, bye!